Hello, this is Ronald Bourgeois, and you're watching SkilletSkills.com. Welcome to another episode of SkilletSkills.com. I'm Chef Ron. Today we're going to look at Asian crispy wings and try this very simple recipe. Let's get started. When you have wings that kind of look like this, there's two things you can do with them. You can take this wing and bend this part right here behind it. Easy for me to say. And then you grab this part right here and just push it as hard as you can. It's not coming apart now. And that's how you want to lay the wing on your rack, and after it's already been coated with the flour or your cornstarch. That's one way. This is the American style way of doing it. Tried and true. And a lot of people like it this way because you get a big full wing. Another way to do it is Chinese style, which is what we're going to do today. And this takes a little bit of finesse, but there's a joint here, right about there. You can see it. You're going to take your knife and just going to go right through. Cut that off. And then there's another joint right about there. So you lay it on the side, and that's pretty much all you do. Goes in there. Let's try one more. First joint. And your second joint. And that's it. This slices them Chinese style. And once they're all sliced up, we'll try our pinch method and do a little bit of seasoning. I think if you're going to use any kind of oil, you should maybe a good time for sesame oil on these. Give it just a little bit of flavor. You don't need a lot of oil. That's a heavy squirt, by the way. And then you take a couple of heavy pinches of this kosher salt. This is just keeping you flexible. You know, you don't have to go back and look at the recipe to see if you need a teaspoon, tablespoon, whatever you're going to forget. What you want is the dish to be seasoned, and you don't want to over season it or under season it. Usually, in an amount like this, 2 heavy pinches of anything is going to season it. And with the pepper, you want to cut it back a little bit. You can go with just 1 pinch. It's usually enough. Strong. Now we're going to coat this, and when you use baking powder, there's no carbs. It's a good coating, so you'll be able to coat the chicken and use it for frying, but there's absolutely no carbs in this. And then just go through it. You want to just real simple. It's always helpful to have one of these giant stainless steel bowls. There you go, all seasoned and coated. The beautiful thing about this type of chicken is that it takes place in the oven. You actually are going to get a real crispy chicken in the oven without having to use any oil. And the challenge is going to be how much of these little creatures can you fit on this rack. You know, you don't want to have to use another rack. There's nothing that wears me out more than you get all the way to the end, you have maybe 3 left over. So you got to be real conservative with the space. I wanted them to touch. So anything you do, as close as possible, as high up on the rack as possible, but don't let them touch. Look at that. Okay, that'll work. For 20 minutes, 250. And then we take them out. We raise it to 425 for 45 minutes, and they're done. They'll be the crispiest wings you have ever had. Okay, see your timer's coming down from your first 250 degree cooking. And that was 20 minutes. Now all you do is you turn this off. And then you go to 425. For 45 minutes. Up. And this is what we end up with. Very, very crispy chicken. There's no carbs involved. And these usually can be topped with an Asian sauce. You could put some teriyaki, toss them around in that with some sesame seeds. Make them Asian wings, or you could just eat them like this. A lot of people like these without any dressing on them at all. Chinese crispy wings.